بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Subtraction of rational numbers. يعني هنشوف عمليات الطرح في ال rational numbers. We have here minus 2/3 plus something. We ask it to give this part is equal to minus 7/3. First, we have to draw the number line, and we will notice that all rational numbers has minus sign. So we will start from 0 here and make steps. Minus 1/3, this is the first step. The second one is minus 2/3. Third, minus 3/3, which is minus 1. Minus 4/3, minus 5/3, and so on. We took the first rational number and represent it here with an arrow. We start from 0 and move 2 steps to the left. 1, 2. Or we move to minus 2/3. So the arrow from 0 to minus 2/3, and the length of this one is minus 2/3. And the result is minus 7/3. So we will start from 0 to minus over 3. Its length is minus 7/3. So the arrow started from 0 to minus 7/3. This arrow started from 0 to minus 3, and we have to complete with another arrow till minus 7/3. The length of this arrow is the missing term here in the equation. Its length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be minus 5/3. So we write minus 5/3 here in the missing term, and this is the solution. Calculate the value of each of the following in its simplest form. It is better to draw a line under the simplest form, to be careful about it. A. We have 9/2 minus 13/4. As I told you, again and again, we have to have the same denominators. This is 9/2. What is the denominator here? This 4 and this 2. We notice that if we multiply 2 by 2, it will give us the other denominator. So here we multiply the denominator 2 by 2, and we must multiply also the numerator by 2. Otherwise, it will be wrong. We will change the minus sign to plus sign in order to change the subtraction of rational number to adding rational numbers. Minus, it will be minus 13/4. But I will write plus, and between two brackets put this value with the sign, with this rational number with minus sign, and it will be adding two rational numbers. Equal 9 times 2 equal 18, 2 times 2 equal 4, plus minus 13/4. So we notice that we have the same denominator. In this case, we will write the denominator and make addition of the numerators. I told you before, if you have plus and the minus sign, or minus and the plus sign, which means you have different sign. In this case, you have to make a subtraction of the numbers. So here we have plus rational and minus rational number. As I told you, we will make subtraction between these two numerators, which is 18 minus 13 is equal 5. And what is the sign? Is it minus or plus? It depends. You have to compare which is larger, 18 or 13. Of course, 18 is larger. What is the sign of 18? Plus. So the sign will be plus, but always we don't write the plus sign. We always, of course, write the minus sign. Okay. B, as I told you before, we'll make this change the minus here as plus and take this rational number between two brackets. So we have to add two rational numbers with their signs. In this case, we will add the integer numbers together and the rational numbers together. So this equal minus 3, this is the integer number. Always I tell you that denominators must be the same. Compare between 3 and 6. 3 multiply 2 equals 6. So we will take this rational number and multiply 3, the denominator 3 by plus 2, and we must also multiply the numerator times 2. Plus this will be 2 and 5 over 6 equal minus 3. This is the integer number. 2 times 2 equal 4. 3 times 2 equals 6 plus minus 2 and 5 over 6. We have the same denominators now. So first we have two rational numbers with the same sign. I told you if you have minus minus or plus plus, in this case we have to add the numbers. If you have different sign, we have to subtract the number. Here we have the same sign, so the sign will be minus. And we have to add the numbers, which means 3 plus 2 equal 5. And here we have the denominator is 6 and 4 plus 5 equal 9. Notice that the numerator is larger or bigger than denominator. So in this case, you have to divide using the calculator. Divide 9 by 6. It will give 1 and the remainder will be 3. Okay, the remainder will be 3. So the numerator will be the remainder, which is 3, and denominator is 6. And what about the 1? We have to add 1 to 5, which give 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. This is 3 and this is 6. Both can be divided by 3. So you have to put it in the simplest form. So the result will be minus 6, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 equal 2. And this is the final in its simplest form. I will explain this part again. As I told you, the numerator is bigger than denominator, so we have to use the calculator to make a 9 divided by 6. If you have a scientific calculator, it can be done. It will say this one 9 divided by 6 is equal to 1 and remainder is 3, so it will be 3 over 6. But if you don't have the scientific calculator, how can be done? We have to divide 9 divided by 6. 9 divided by 6 equal 1. 1 times 6 equals 6. 9 minus 6 equal 3. 3 is less than 6. So the result will be 1 and the remainder will be 3. We will put the remainder in the numerator and we have the denominator, which is 6. So 1 and 3 over 6. But here we have 5. So we have to add 1 to 5, which gives 6, and this is the fraction. But you have to put it, as I told you, in the simplest form, like this. Put correct for the correct statement, this statement, and this statement. We have two statements here. Put correct for the correct statement and wrong for the incorrect statement. We have two terms, left side term and right side term. You have to compare between both. This rational number the same as this one. Here we have minus, and between two brackets minus 3 over quarter, plus between two, here we have a plus. This one minus 3 over 4. As I told you, ask yourself, we have this rational number and that one are the same of this one and this one. If you have A over B minus, for example, minus C over D, I told you write O over B. I told you we have to change the minus to addition, to plus. So before you change this sign, you must change the sign between the two brackets, the sign of the second rational number. What is the sign of second rational number? Minus. So it must be changed to plus. But we don't write the plus. We write the rational number, which is C over D. Compare between this and this one. This will be 9 over 16 plus C over D. But here we have A over B plus minus 3 over 4, which means C over D. So this is of course wrong. Here you have 0 minus, and between two brackets rational number is equal. I told you in rational number always make it not subtraction, make it as addition. It means we'll change this minus to plus, and if you change, don't forget please, if you change this sign, you must change this one. This one will be also plus. So we have 13 over 5. I told you before, if you add 0 to any number or any rational number, the result will be the same number or the same rational number. So this will be equal 13 over 5, which is the right hand side. So this will be correct. B, compare between these two, this one the same as that one, and this the same as this one. You have rational number minus another rational number. I told you always make addition for the rational number, which means this will be written as it is, and addition, which means minus, will become plus. And when we change this sign, we have to change this sign too. Compare between the left side and right side. Left side, here we have minus 3 and 1 over 6. Here is minus 3 and 1 over 6 plus 7 and 1 over 12. 7 and 1 over 12. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. By the way, this we can write the abbreviation left hand side, and this is the right hand side, يعني الطرف الشمال والطرف اليمين. So this will be correct. D, this rational number is the same rational number here, but this rational number the same as that one, but this one has minus sign So compare between these two. This one is that one equals this one. But here the rational number has minus sign and here has a plus. So this is of course wrong. Here he asked you to calculate the value. You see here, put correct or wrong. He didn't ask you to calculate the value. Only he asked you to put correct or wrong. So here we used, as I explained to you, we use the property of A over B plus minus C over D to compare between the left and right hand side. We didn't calculate the values of the summation of each side. But here he asked us to calculate the value. So we must calculate the value of each one, of each of the following in its simplest form. Again and again, please put line under simplest form. Otherwise, you will forget to put the final result in simplest form. First, compare between the two denominators. Here is 4 and here is 2. Which is bigger? This one 4 and this is 2. Ask you, is it possible to change 2 to 4? Yes, if you multiply 2 times 2, it will be 4. Instead of subtraction of rational numbers, always make addition in rational number, which means this minus will be changed to plus, and this minus 2 must be changed. This sign must be changed. It will be changed to plus, but we don't write the plus sign as I told you. So we have 2.5 here. If we multiply 2 times 2, you will get the same denominator here. We multiply the denominator by 2, so we must multiply the numerator by 2. Complete this plus. We write the integer here, which is, cancel this sign, which is 2. 1 times 2 equal 2. 2 times 2 equal 4. So the two denominators became the same. So we have to add the integer numbers and add the rational number. Adding 1 and 2, ask yourself, both has the same sign. So we have to add the two numbers. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. This will be 3 plus 2 equal 5. And the denominator is 4. I told you before. You have to compare. Be careful. Please be careful. You have to compare the numerator and the denominator. I will ask you, is it possible to divide both numbers by a specific number? No. But you will notice numerator is bigger than denominator, as we did before on the scientific calculator, or we will divide 5 by 4. 1 times 4 equal 4. Line 5 minus 4 equal 1. 1 is less than 4, so the result will be integer 1. This will be 1 and the remainder 1. The remainder, we put the remainder in the numerator, and here we have the denominator. So 5 over 5 equal 1 and a quarter. So what about this one? We have here 3, and this will give us integer 1. So in this case, we have to add 1 to 3. I mean, we have to add 1 plus 3 equal 4. So the result is 4 and quarter. This is the result in its simplest form. Number B. I write it here. I told you, change the subtraction of rational number to adding of rational number. So minus will become changed to plus, and in this case we must change also this minus to plus, otherwise it will be wrong. So we have the same denominator. As I told you, we have integer and rational. I told you that we add the integer together and the rational together. But be careful, we have minus and plus, which means we have different sign. So in this case, numbers will be subtracted. We have subtraction here, not adding. I will complete it here. It will be equal 10 minus 4 equal 6. What is the sign? 10 is bigger than 4, so it will be minus 6. And here, the denominator is 8 and 7 and 5. So 7 minus 5 is, why I said 7 minus 5 not plus 5? Because from the beginning this has minus sign and this has plus sign. So as I told you, we have to subtract the number. You can divide 2 by 2 is equal 1 and 8 by 2 equal 4. So the result will be minus 6 and 1/4 or 1/4. Keep it here. Or we can multiply 8 times 10 equal 80 plus 7 equal minus 87 divided by 8 plus 8 times 4 is 32. 32. 8 plus 4 is 32 plus 5 is 37. 37 divided by 8, the denominator. So this equal this 87 with minus sign plus 37 with plus sign over 8. This is the denominator. Is equal to this two number have different sign, so we have subtraction. But what is the sign? 87 is bigger than 37, so we will take minus sign. Minus sign, and 87 minus 37 is equal to 50. As I told you, we have to put it in the simplest form. You will notice that 50 can be divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 gives 4. 50 divided by 2 gives minus 24. This is the simplest form. But you can, as I told you, we have here, okay, this is the minus sign. The numerator is bigger than denominator. So using scientific calculator or divide 25 by 4. 6 times 4 equal 24. Line 5 minus 4 equal 1. 2 minus 2 equal 0. So the result will be 6 and the remainder will be 1. The remainder, I told you, put the remainder as the numerator, and we have the denominator is 4. And this is the final result. Of course, it must be the same result. We got by this way. So you have two ways of solution. You can use one of them. See, we write it here. You have to change this to plus. So we have 0 plus. You change this sign. So the sign between the two brackets must be changed to. It will become plus. But we don't write the plus for the rational number. Plus 17 over 5. So I told you before, if we add 0 to any number or any rational number, the result will be the same number or the same rational number. So the result here of C will become 17 over 4. You can try this one, that one, and D, E, F. Try it, please. You will follow the same here. This has plus and this has a minus. Please put it in this way. 6 and 2/3 in order to make adding or addition of rational number. So we have to change this minus to plus. And you write this rational number between two brackets. But if you change minus to plus, you have to change the sign of this one. The sign is positive. So it becomes negative here. 3 over 1 over 6. Okay. Also, something like this. It will become minus 3 over 5. Change minus to plus. And between two brackets, the 9 over 5 will take the minus 5. I will tell you something. Plus is multiplied by minus. You have to know, because next will be use this rule. You have to know minus times minus equal plus. Plus times plus equal plus. Plus times minus equal minus, which means if you multiply two equal sign, it will give plus sign. And if you multiply two unequal sign, it will give minus sign. So plus times minus gives minus, which is here. So this is minus 9 over 5. Again, this will be minus 3 over 5, and plus times 9 gives minus, and here we have the 9 over 5. Also, this one you will treat this one as that one, but here we have the same denominator, but here you will change the denominator 2 to 16, which means you have to multiply 2 by 8 and complete the equation. Please try it yourself.